How's it going, everybody? This is Bingbox, and today we have another Let's demo of Metro Last Light, as you can see. First things first, what we're going to do is head into our desktop and then try to fix some of those bugs that people have been having with lag issues on this game. Okay, so before we head into the game here, let's go into Steam, go into Properties, and then we'll check out our local files and verify our integrity of the game cache. If you guys have any problems with games on Steam, this is one thing that you can definitely do just to make sure that all your files are there and they are good to go. Okay, we're going to just cancel that. And this is based off of another guide that I've been following on the Steam forums, and I will leave that link down in the description below. Okay, so we're going to go to our PC, right-click on this PC if you have Windows 8.1, that's what mine looks like, and hit Properties. You'll see this window, and we'll go into the Advanced System Settings. Okay, here on the top, you have a few tabs, computer name, hardware, and we're going to go into Advanced. Okay, in Advanced, you see there's Performance, Visual Effects, Processor Scheduling, whatever. Go into Settings, and we'll see some more tabs with a lot of options here. All right, so we're going to go up top into our Advanced section again. Make sure that your Programs is checked here for Processor Scheduling. And then check your virtual memory, and we're going to go into Change here. Now, mine's already set at 7,000, but first things first, you want to uncheck this, automatically manage paging size files. And we're going to go into here, make sure it's selected on C, and then we're going to click on custom size. And initial size, we're going to hit 7,000. We're going to type that in. I'm already typed in here. So initial size, we're going to have 7,000, and then maximum size, we're going to have another 7,000 as the megabytes. Okay? Then hit set over here, and then click OK. All right, so this part, we are all set, okay? Next, what we're going to do is go into our nVidia control panel, okay? Well, actually, before that, let's head into our nVidia Game Center or Control Center or whatever. Okay, this should nVidia GeForce Experience, right? Okay, so here we are. We have Metro Last Light selected there. It doesn't really matter. But what we want to do is actually check our driver to make sure all your GeForce drivers are up to date. Again, this is the MSI GS60, and it is running an nVidia GTX 870M. Okay, make sure all your drivers are always updated. You can click here to check for updates. As you can see, I'm already updated to the 340.52 driver as last checked today. Okay. Just make sure that's updated. Always make sure you do that. Now we're going to go into NVIDIA Control Panel. Again, you right-click on the desktop and hit NVIDIA Control Panel. It'll open up something like this, pretty much exactly, actually. And you have a few settings up in the top left here. Adjust image settings with preview, and we're going to go into our Manage 3D settings. You can also set PhysX configuration. Obviously, set it to 870M. And then Manage 3D settings, we're going to go to Program Settings up here, you see, and we're going to click on Metro Last Light. If you can't find it, add it. Okay, now we're going to change a few things here. Okay, so anisotropic filtering should be off. Anti-aliasing FXAA should be off. Anti-aliasing gamma correction should be off. And we're going to look at those settings again in-game, but here we want to turn those things off. We're going to go to maximum pre-rendered frames, and we're going to go to 4. Okay, make sure you click that because it says on default it uses the application settings. Power management mode, you always want to prefer maximum performance, so click on that here. And then texture filtering, anisotropic sample, whatever. Just make sure that's off. Texture filtering, negative LCD or LOD bias, allow. Sorry, my screen's a little small right now. And triple buffering, make sure that is off. Okay, that is vertical sync. And to make sure this vertical sync here is also off. Okay, so I added these settings before I even started playing just to make sure they wouldn't have any lag. I did have a problem the first time I played with this, so I just went to do this, and we're going to explain some of the other options in-game later on, because there were some little bugs, and I couldn't get really high frame rates. So here we go. We're going to go into play. And here we are in the game. And this is the main menu here. So we have store, new game, chapters. Okay, even the menu looks great on this game. All right. So first things first, of course, we are going to go into options, and not sound, game options. This is important here. Okay, crosshair. Okay, what's up to you? Subtitles is up to you. Hints, it's up to you. Now, Advanced PhysX down here. This is interesting because this is causing a lot of frame rates dropping on a lot of people's computers, and this is made by nVidia, so you'd think it'd work, but you actually need a much more powerful graphics card to run this. And some people are even running this in SLI, which means 2 graphics cards on their desktops just to run one with PhysX and one with graphics. Now this is a shame because PhysX is a really good improvement in this game, and they really worked hard to make some really cool PhysX effects for this game. But unfortunately on this laptop you cannot run PhysX. It's just too much of a load. It'll drop you to frame rates as low as 10 frames per second, even if you are running it on low graphic settings. Now we're going to go into video, and of course our resolution is 1920 by 1080. Our quality is going to be set to high. Now there's multiple options, okay? Low, normal, high, and very high. We're going to set it to high because this is as high as I would put it. Okay, SSA A is off. Okay, you can set it to 2 times. People do that. You can't go any higher than 2 times on this graphics card here. Okay, texture filtering, we're gonna have 16 times by 4 times, or 16 times instead of 4 times. Motion blur will be normal because the other option is low. And then tessellation we're gonna keep on normal, and VSync we're gonna turn on. Okay, tessellation we're gonna mess with later in games, so you'll see that in a second. Now we're gonna click on chapters and just play one of the levels that I already played. I haven't really gotten far in this game, and as you can see, this is Ashes, and you're really going to see any spoilers. This is in a lot of gameplay trailers and all these things, so we're just going to play that. Now I'm showing you this load screen because I want to show you how fast this game loads on this computer, especially when you load it on your SSD. This game is ready to play when it says press any key to continue, and that popped up before even the first sentence of the scenario even loaded. So this is very fast. Definitely load this on your SSD.
To finish what I started.
Here we are. We're going to pop into game. We're currently on a subway with I forget her name, but we're going to go on a mission with her. Okay, so Dark One, find the Dark One in the gardens.
Things, but now this monorail seems magic, doesn't it? Our kids won't. And their kids will probably.
I'm not sure why the audio cuts in and out. I have to figure that out. I'm trying to fix it. But the audio in-game is perfectly fine. You can definitely hear her talking to you perfectly fine. I don't know why in this video the audio from her is cutting out. I have to figure that out. Okay, so as you can see, just walking around the train, just showing you guys a little bit here and there. The graphics look really awesome, and honestly, as you can see, it's on 60 frames per second, you know, high 50s. And remember, VSync's on. Actually, without VSync on, you can definitely get into the 70s at some point. But during the intense fight scenes, obviously it'll go down. So I would rather keep the settings on high instead of very high, because very high drops your frame rate about 10 frames per second, I think. And that's just not worth it to me, in my opinion. So we're going to keep it on high. I really suggest that if you're going to play this game. The game looks really awesome on high anyway. And just because YouTube really degrades video quality here, I don't recommend taking all my videos, as, face value, because they're really not. The game looks really awesome on high. Okay. Oh, I just want to back up and show you guys some of these particles that are floating around. Looks really cool. And as you can see, we're still in the 50s here.
Move. I'm following.
And the gun model and the hand model and the character models all look really great. Now the tessellation I'm going to go into in just a little bit. We're going to watch a little more of this video and just take a look at the surroundings here first. But that is going to affect how good this game looks. That's really depressing. It's really sad. And this game is really dark. Not only visually, but I mean emotionally and everything too. But you know what? Lighting that the game does provide during the game and with your materials and everything, it does look really, really good. The shadows and lighting bounces off very nicely. Again, don't worry about the sound in game. The sounds in this game they sound really, really good. I don't know why the voices are cutting in and out here and the sounds of the gun, but if you have the option, buy a nice headset or just some nice speakers to play this on. Now here we're going to go into a video and we're going to turn a tessellation to high. As you can see, it will affect the frame rate just by a few FPS, and we're just going to show you that right here. Tessellation makes basically the textures of certain things pop out a little bit more. So you might have not noticed in the beginning, and honestly with a lot of these graphic settings you might not notice anyway. But some of the ridges of the water bottle and other things like her clothing and the watch, they just pop out a little bit more, and especially things like buttons on computer panels or something like that. They just pop out a little bit more instead of being so flat. Now, I definitely would not recommend putting on very high because that would definitely bring your frame rates down a lot. But this takes it down a little bit, and you know, if you want to put it on, go for it. If you want to have that few extra 3, 4, 5 FPS, I would take it to normal. It's really not a big deal. The game looks awesome anyway, but it could look better, obviously. Okay, so I'm just trying to show you a little bit of the detail close up here. Just a lot of the ridges and little things and crevices of cars and other things, that's what tessellation works with. And it basically makes it just a little bit more 3D.
So hop along, rabbit. Head on in and look for the creature. I'm thinking that since the dark ones are so common,
As you can see with the wind and the mud on the visors here, and the rain, and the smoke, the FPS is dropping just a little bit. It's going down to the 40s.
radio contact. And if you have second thoughts,
We're going to
don't worry,
encounter
I'll do it.
some guys here to shoot so you guys can see, you know, what exactly it looks like and what the FPSs are like in these situations. This looks really, really nice here. They really did a great job.
I'm in position. I can see you.
And also, if you guys are interested in Metro 2033, there is a Metro Redux coming out, and that will bring those graphics up to the level of the Metro Last Light graphics. I would not suggest buying the Redux for Metro Last Light, but for 2033, if you're into these graphics and you're into this playstyle, just to make everything consistent, that is coming out soon, and that is going to make that game look even better than it was before. If you guys want me to do a video of Metro 2033, also in the original setup without the Redux, just let me know in the comments down below. I'll definitely do that for you guys if that's what you want. But I just want to show you the capabilities of this computer because this game is obviously more taxing than the 3-4-year-old game of 2033.
Look, there's more in the reef.
Okay, so as you can see, the frame rates are in the 40s right here. We are shooting and there's some gunfire. There's some lights and action and smoke and everything going on here. And there's a lot of creatures moving. Of course, there's the winged creatures flying over there. There's a smoke.
You all right?
And again, I'm just trying to show you some of those tessellation settings here. I mean, if you look at this, then you'll see that it goes, the crevices go a little bit deeper,
Blocking my view.
instead of being so flat. I would definitely keep tessellation on at least normal, because I wouldn't turn it off completely. It definitely benefits from having tessellation on. So we're going to switch back into high again here. Just makes things look just a little bit better. I mean, if you don't stop around and look at these things, you're not necessarily going to notice them completely. But it just makes that 3D element just a little bit better. Looks great, especially having the visor on. It really looks awesome.
About 30 meters from your position. 2 o'clock. There it is. Looks small, but it's definitely a dark one. What's keeping you? Come on!
There he is. Okay, so a little more shooting.
Damn, it's fast. How did it do that? Circle it from the
Obviously,
left.
with more creatures, it will get more intense, but I don't really think you have to worry about it too much with the frame rates dropping. I think it'll stay around what this looked like earlier. Actions look really smooth, and the gun and the hand character models, they definitely did a really awesome job on those, even better than the environments.
You're going down, fucker. Leave after it, RTR. There's no way around. Left. Right. Right above you. Watch out. Down.
That poor little thing. Just gonna give it one more shot just in case. Alright. That is, okay. So as you can see here, it cuts into a cutscene, and all cutscenes are generally around the 30s. Again, this is VSync on, so it will go up and down, but the cutscenes are basically not in-game, so they'll be around the 30s or 40s, if you will. Not really a big deal. I mean, basically it's just playing a video, so that's what video plays at anyway. It's about 30 FPS. Alright, so here we're coming to the end of our Let's demo. Okay, so leave a like if you like this. If you didn't like it, leave a dislike. I don't care. Subscribe for more videos in the future. And I'll see you guys next time. Leave a comment down below. Let me see, or tell me what you guys liked, what you guys didn't like. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time on the Let's demo. I'll leave it to you guys there.